In the beginning, some oddities from the moon. There are many anomalies in photos and the footage from the lunar missions. For example, the weird shades. It is really hard to buy the official story. It says that the photos were taken with a fisheye lens camera. Therefore, we may have the impression that it's not the sun that casts light, but two separate lamps. The only question is, why photograph such an important mission with a camera that distorts the real picture? Or the wires and puppet moves. I can't convince myself that this is how you move naturally on the moon. Another absurd concerns the sky. This is the sky we see from the best spots on Earth, but the Apollo missions saw and photographed none.
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
However, I'd like to attract your attention to this, less popular observation. So the question here is, why aren't there any engine blast crater under the lunar module? Neil Armstrong weighed about 20 kilograms on the moon, and he left such footprints. The lander weighed about 12 tons, so even with 6 times smaller gravity, it weighed 2 tons. This is what happens under only about 100-kilogram rocket. But somehow, the lunar lander made no tiny scratch on the moon surface. It landed like an immaterial spirit. The second issue concerns the ISS storytellers. Why do they always talk about what they see and never show it? All the windows face towards planet Earth. There is no view from any other window, showing the cosmos as we see it from the Earth. But they will tell us this.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
It's not
which is
black
a cool
and
thing.
white. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You
Right.
can see moons.
You see the gas Magellan clouds of
Yeah,
the
you
Milky
see
Way
the
galaxy.
Magellanic Clouds.
Magellanic. See, I just wanted the
Well,
Magellan
there's a large
clouds. I
one
didn't
in
want
the
to.
Can you imagine David Attenborough talking about animals and landscapes from a closed room? Isn't it a pure absurd? This is again the picture of stars from the Earth. For some reason, it's not possible to make a similar video from space. In the end, special effects. In the previous video I talked about the time delay discrepancies. This time I'd like to show you how NASA tricks us with the use of advanced graphics and suspension techniques. On every occasion, during live broadcast, the astronauts and apparently their background crew are very keen on proving to all skeptics that they are really in space. You are going to see only the most obvious and compromising bloopers.
use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend. Thanks. You might know her.
However, my favorites are somersaults, performed by astronauts to prove that they are really in the state of zero gravity. Before you watch it, please look at how freely those amateurs float and move when a special plane starts flying with its nose down, producing zero gravity state for a moment. And this is how the same thing is done by professional astronauts on the space station. Summing up. Firstly, unlike quite light people, the heavy machines with big engines leave no prints on the lunar ground. Secondly, if NASA was responsible for a live broadcast from Paris, probably they would tell us about the city landmarks from a hotel room closet. And thirdly, the ISS crew are not as good acrobats as they are actors.